doing my coloring book inventory, where we're taking the old data from this book and putting into this new fancy flashy book and double checking that we have the right information for each book. You guys have been following me along, and a lot of you are doing this as well, and it's been so much fun seeing your progress and what you're all doing. And thank you for sending me your pictures and for putting it on your YouTube channels and your Instagram, because I'm really enjoying this. Okay, so first off, set you up. It is past 10 o'clock at night, so I'm finally able to turn the air conditioning off. It's very, very hot here in Oregon. It's close to 100, which is Fahrenheit, which is really warm for us, and we're starting to see forest fires and such. So we're staying inside with air conditioning, but right now I have all the windows open, and I have the French doors back there open, and there's a nice breeze going through. And I just wanted to let you know that I know a lot of you are struggling right now, and know that there is nothing that you have to do right now. You, whatever you have done today, whatever you have not done today, was perfectly okay. You are being the best you can be. And if that means sleeping all day, which is largely what I did, because it feels good to your body, then you won the day. There is no productivity level, no kinds of work goals to be met. You are doing the best you can in the moment you can, and it's all good. So I hope that you've been taking care of yourself today. And if you are in pain, or if you are experiencing some chronic fatigue, or anything that is impeding your forward progress, just know that there is no forward progress. There's only right now. So whatever you need right now to experience this moment with a little less discomfort and dis-ease, then do that, all right? And then that's all you need to do, because you're winning the day. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to do the rest of my spooky books today. So we're going to do Mythogorias, and then the odds and ends spooky stuff that I have. So let's see where we left off here in this book, because I can either start with the odds and ends or start with the Mythogorias. Okay, we ended up with the Mythographics, and I had a lot of you give me some really good ideas about this. I know I'm going to be purchasing more Mythographics. So some of you said put a footnote down here to just refer to what page they're at. I love that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave enough spaces for the Mythographics I know are coming in. So I know there's 3 for sure that are coming, I think, this year. I have them written down. Let's look at them. I wrote them down, because I'm getting ready to do the mid-year freakout tag, and I was looking at the books I'm most excited about. So Mythical Beasts is already out. It just came out. And if you check out Coloring Oasis, she has a very early flip through of that. It is stunning. It is so good. It's Veronica Kolinska, who I do like her artwork, but she has stepped it up a notch, and it is fantastic. And so I'm as excited about it as I was about Wild Summer. So that's definitely going to go in here, and that one's out now. So as soon as I can get that, I'll get that. Then Veronica also has a second one coming out, Rainbow Realms. She's the illustrator for Rainbow Realms, which I thought it was Joseph Kattenbang. But when I looked it up, it said Veronica Kolinska. So that's another one that's coming in that I'm just going to want hers, because I do love her art style. And then there's Mythical Apothecary, which is the one I'm looking forward to the most. And that's Shelley Carroll, who did Vengeful Forest, my favorite Mythogoria. And her artwork is phenomenal too. So I know those 3 are coming in before the end of this year. The rest of them that we're all looking forward to, the Dark Fairy Tales, that's going to be Mythogoria. So there are some others that are coming in. There is a Dragon Spell one by Joseph Kattenbang, and there's a new Fabiana one, I think. They're all coming next year. So I know that I'm going to need these 3 for this year. So I think I'll just leave this 3, and then we'll start a new page here. Now, I'm thinking Might as well do Mythogorias back to back with Mythographics. That makes sense to my brain. So if I was flipping through this looking for Mythogorias and I got to this part, I would know it's next. But let's do it in a different color. And let's get our fancy dancy little, I just turned the light up brighter for you. You know what? This is some really cool, I don't know where this came from. This is an iridescent washi tape, and it sort of fell out of a box that I was moving around. So since it's sitting right here, let's use it. And then maybe we can find some stickers that go with it. So we'll use it here. Oh, it's pretty. Look at it. Oh, it's plastic. It's very hard to cut. All right, that's kind of fun. Not so attractive there where I pulled on it. This is not paper tape, this is plastic tape. Interesting. Huh, I don't know where it came from, but it sure is pretty. Okay, so we'll put some stickers there to hold the ends down. Stickers, speaking of stickers, I grabbed a sticker book. Hold on, let me grab that. It's sort of out of my reach. Aha! So, we have a pop book. Purple is pop. Ooh, dark rainbows. Ooh. Ooh. Should we do shimmery rainbows? There's some washi tape too. Isn't that cool? Sticky Club also has, well, every now and then the artist will make washi tape. Excuse me, and that's a lot of fun. I'm thinking, and again, these are all from Sticky Club. Stickii. I'm thinking these rainbows look pretty cool. They're not the same color, but they're iridescent, which is kind of fun. We could glance real quickly and see. There's some fun things that are like, but these are spooky. We don't want anything cute, do we? Space ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Elementals. Aren't these gorgeous stickers? Now these are really cool. They're stones, but they're raised. They're kind of poofy, and it would affect the book. So I have a hard time using those poofy stickers. Isn't this great? And it says like who the artist is on each one of these pages. They do have some in-house artists, but most of their artwork is done by commissioned artists. Let's see what the Space Invaders one looks like. Do we have anything? These stars are kind of fun, but they're not, they're flat, they're matte. But they actually might look better with this. Yeah, they do, don't they? Don't necessarily look spooky. Oh well, we'll have happy for spooky. Oh, look at these outer space ones. Maybe we'll use some of these as well. So, oh, look at these little guys. Aren't they cute? Look, he's doing a disco. He's doing the John Travolta disco. Pew, 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 pew. Space Invaders. Oh, this is a fun one. And look, sometimes they have like ones that are functional stickers that have the Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Oh, this Space Invader one is really cute. I haven't looked through this pack, and here's some, just fill in some space stuff. We're gonna have to do a space themed one with these guys. All right, so let's put our rainbow one back in our dark rainbows. I think we've decided we're going to use pastel bubblegum colors for all these spooky books. I think it's a great idea. All right, let's do it. Okay, so let's first stick down the ends of this weird plastic tape that I put down that's not sticking. All right, if you didn't watch my last video, I explained that these are reverse tweezers. When you're not holding them, they're closed, and then when you pinch them, they open. They're a learning curve to get your muscle memory on board with it, but they are so handy. Let's put a great big yellow one, because you just they work like a second hand for you. Great for crafters. Anybody who uses stickers, sticker books, they're a must, so you're not constantly like picking at it with your fingernail. All right. Okay, now. These are held down. Okay, let's write a really imaginative title on the top, which is, let me get a good color. How about orange? Which is books. With our Thule art pen, books, books. All right. Now, we're gonna use, what color did we use here? Blue? We're gonna use like, how about green? Green will be good. Okay, let's put our stickers down with where we want them. I guess I can use any size. You know what, though? What do I have over here? These cool things. Let's put a planet. These are really stuck on there. For number 1. And that kind of looks neat, doesn't it? And then over on this side, let's put a comet. Nice. Okay. Let's put a UFO for the second one. There we go. Those are shimmery, shiny. I like them. And let's put an astronaut. For number 2 here. Boink. All right. These are really cute. I like them a lot. We definitely need more stars up on top, though. And how about an orange one over here? Fun. It's having fun, huh? Stickers are great. Okay, let's put this big kitty one. I've been dying to use this one. Let's put it right in the middle for number 3. Ha ha ha! I love the space kitty. And I guess we could put them again on the other side for number 3, because I like symmetry. I'm a symmetry person. Okay. There we go. All right, let's put, how about this fun guy? These are so pretty. They got little sparkle jewels on them. Can you see that? They got little sparkle jewels on them. Here for 4. And let's put another one of these guys for 4 over here. Look. The Sun Tarot card. Just random. And then let's put another astronaut down at the bottom. Right down here. Floating. Yes. And we'll put a ray gun down at the bottom on the other side. Okay, let's look at this. Move my stickers and move my... All right, what do you think? They're reflective and pretty. That's a fun spread for really spooky stuff, huh? All right, let's do it. Okay, we have a dark green Thule art. And let us look at our book for the Mythographics. The first one, let's put these in order. I don't have all of them. So I think this one might be one of the oldest ones. I have 2023. I should have done this before. 2023. So we have 2023, 2023. This one I think is 2023, but it's a newer 2023. This one is 2022. Okay. So I don't have, do I have Frozen Nightmares? Yes, I do. I don't have Gory Underworld. That's the one that is scary movies. And it's not one I really care for, so I just don't have that one. Although Alan Robert, who does the Book of Horror stuff, has I just put it on my wish list, has a scary movie themed that's got Dracula, the Invisible Man, the Swamp Monster, Frankenstein, werewolf, and one more. Oh, Bride of Frankenstein. And in various scenes, and it's absolutely gorgeous. His artwork in this book is fantastic. So that would be a fun one to have. But so all I have are 5, and there are 6 total, I believe. So let us, because Gory Underworld's the only one I'm missing. So we're going to go through here. Now my Mythogorias are in a couple of places. I did look them up before I started, because I did kind of not buy them all together. So we have Nightmare Cabaret is not our oldest one. Let's start with our oldest one. I'm going to put these in order. Night Terrors. Ooh, I just bumped you really bad. Sorry. Night Terrors, and it says it looks like 5, and that's Fabiana Attanasio. Okay. Oops, we got to get our black pen out. Hold on, let me get that black pen. Okay, we got our black pen. We're doing Mythogoria Night Terrors, and it says we have 5. All right, let's look and see if that's true. And let's write it down in here while we've got it open. Oh, this puke green is really good. Mythogoria Night Terrors. Now, this was my favorite one, and it still is in the top for me. It's really good. Fabiana Attanasio. And if you like spooky but not gory, this one's for you, because Night Terrors is not that gory. It's not as gory as some of Fabiana's later ones, which are remarkably disgusting. So let's look at Night Terrors. And this again was 2022. And see, I mean, you could say that's gory, but there's not a lot of body parts and stuff, like bleeding hearts and things. It's more like scary. Like here's some swamp scariness. I love this one, and I've seen a few really, really good versions of it. So this is always on my radar to do soon. And again, it's got slightly thinner paper than Mythographics do. I don't know why the paper's different. It's the same publisher, but the paper is different. But it is one-sided, so you can use your alcohol markers. See, not a lot of gore, mostly just scare. Just spooky stuff. So if you just like scary creatures and, it's a Gorgon, long nails and skulls and things like that, but not really like cut up body parts and stuff, this is a good one. It would be fun to make her like Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, really good. An older one of Fabiana's. But this is a real staple in anybody's Mythogoria collection. Whoa. It's a little creepy. A bed, scary nightmare. That would be really fun to color though, wouldn't it? I love these swamp creatures. Look at the dead axolotls, the zombie axolotls. Bet you never seen that before. Zombie axolotls, right there. Actually, this would be so much fun to color. I love swampy stuff because you can make the water like greens, and I have a bug flying around in the light right there, so you're going to see them. But you can do swamps all kinds of colors. I thought this one was pretty cool. Now, there is a severed head, but it's her boyfriend. Just floating away. It's a serene picture. I've never really looked closely at this one to figure out what's going on, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of creepy dolls-ish, There's mushrooms and things coming out of this skeleton. Decomposition, basically. This is a really cool mummy one. There aren't many mummy pictures out there to color, and this is a really cool one. I like it. It's coming out of its sarcophagus, which is awesome. And all the beetles. I love this one because here's this horrific creature, but she's kind of scary in her own right because she's like an octopus girl. So yeah, this is more like scary fantasy. Night Terrors is. That's a bone, so that's something severed. It's a hand with flowers growing out of it. But some of the flowers are murder flowers. So there you go. Scary horsey. Oh, it's a headless horseman. Oh, I want to do this for Halloween. Oh, that's a cool version of him because, you know, sometimes you often do see the like flames and fire, but the horse itself, and it's got a forked tongue, and it's a unicorn. It's actually really cool. Does it have wings? Yes, I think it does. No. No. I don't know. That could be a wing, or it could be... Where's his other arm? I thought maybe it was like, you know, a sword, like a jousting thing he's holding and a flag, but I think it's a wing. You could probably make it either one. This one is beautiful, and I have seen several people do this, and I think it's very sweet and charming. You know, they're just like smiling, and they're like little gnome skeletons or something, elf skeletons, elves probably, and they've got like a heart in the tree. I don't know, I think it'd be really fun to use light effects with this. See how pretty this book is? This is a gross one. I'm not sure I could ever color this. He's an inside-out frog. Except that actually looks like a brain. So maybe he's made with, I don't know. It's gross. Very cool. An old samurai. Very cool with the flowers and the beauty around him. The shrines. Like a samurai spirit. Another very cool one. See what I mean? This, you know, the wings and stuff. This is a beautiful book. I don't think enough people talk about this book, but it actually really was my favorite. But then we started getting things like Nightmare Cabaret and Vengeful Forest. More snapping, eating Venus flytraps. That's a popular theme. This is like Seymour gone evil, even more evil than he is. This is one of my favorite pages I've ever done in a Mythogoria. It's very shimmery, shiny. It's a Wendigo. It's one of those that I just started on an element and then just went to the next element, and it kind of came out like what I wanted in my head, but not the way I thought I would end up doing it. But I really enjoyed it. It was when I used a lot of like shimmery, some sort of metallic-y watercolor, looks like. I'd have to look at my notes to see what that is. I would think it would be acrylic, but it doesn't. It looks like watercolor. Anyway, I really liked this one. I wanted just him to stand out from all of this pale, pastel-y, shimmery goodness, and I think that's exactly what I got here. And his eyes are like galaxies. Can you see that? I like it. I'm sort of fascinated with the Wendigo character, so every time I find one, I color it. And there's a few of them in these Mythogorias. I just think they're a fascinating mythological creature. So that's one. I love anything with a kraken or an octopus, anything with tentacles like that. I love to color them. He's tearing apart a ship. You're a bad octopus. Creepy, right? I look at this one a lot, though. I thought about doing it. I think those are moths. She has such a sad expression. I think this one's funny. Probably shouldn't think it's funny, but I do. This one's fun. This is like a scene of a movie. Like, these are cars trying to get away from a giant worm. It's like modern Dune or something. It's very cool. See, I would say this is a Wendigo as well. This is one I've often thought of. It's got snail. It's got all kinds of really cool. This snail's got like barbed thorns for a shell, and this one's got like bones for a shell. And then it's got the space. Ooh, we're having Space Timber, hashtag Space Timber in September. And I think I want to do this. There are so many space theme pages. All you have to do is look through the current books you have. No need to buy anything, and you'll find a bazillion photos with planets in the background. I love this page. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. It's so cool. The lighting would be so cool here because you've got the lighting effect here. And then I would imagine the eyeballs might be lit, or the inside of his mouth, because she's looking straight at that eyeball. And then everything else would be dark around it. I just think this is a very cool page. Very cool. And she doesn't seem to be frightened. Very few of the people in here seem frightened. Creepy. That could be straight out of Nightmare Cabaret, which you're going to be seeing soon. Scary clown. I didn't think really care one way or the other about the scary clowns, but then I colored one in Nightmare Cabaret, and it was so much fun because you can make their makeup anything you want. So that was really fun. Here's my second page. This was done for Mermaid 2023, and this was my first horror mermaid, I think. But instead of making it a dead mermaid, I made it the birth of a mermaid. I was thinking that, this is how mermaids are born. They're being guarded by these eels, and it's down where there's molten lava and fire and everything at the bottom of the ocean, and she's being born. That's what I thought. Very sparkly. This one was a lot of fun. It's a little bit tortured. I wasn't sure of a lot of my techniques, and so I was just working things out. But I really like the page. So that's 2. This one's cool. This is an alien. Be fun to do. Plague Doctor. This one has been on a list of many months all over the board. I've had it for Halloween. I've said it for other day. I just think this is a really cool page with all these mice, which are probably rats. And it's a Plague Doctor. How can you go wrong with that? This is a werewolf. I've known people like werewolves. This would be fun to practice fur. This is my spider lady. I think I did her, I improved on some of my techniques for her. This is my 3rd page. She's a lot of pencil in here. I started using my polys more in here. Now all this is alcohol markers, and a lot of it is based in alcohol markers, but I don't think the background is. Yes, it is. So, things are based in alcohol markers, but there's a lot of pencil. And there's a lot of pencil on her legs because I really wanted that red. And then her kimono here is actually washi tape, which I think was my second time using washi tape on a coloring page. And I really liked it. It just made things a little easier. It gave her a fabric, I enjoyed this page a lot. So that was 4. I've seen this one done, and it's surreal. This is another one with space, but this whale carcass is it's gorgeous in its own way, and I want to do it. Okay, this is the first horror page I ever did, ever. So this was the very first one. It's all pencil. I don't know what I was thinking. I think it was probably Spearfarbens and Black Widows that I did this in, but I since learned that I don't need to do an entire page in pencil, especially in a mythographic that's single-sided. But it was my first time ever trying skin, so of course I chose pig skin, and then there was there's a doll, and there was a lot, and I wanted to make the arms different skin tones, and so there's a lot going on here. It's a little glary because of the bloom from the pencils, but I was so proud of this, and I still am. This was a kind of a new colorist who did this. I was not able for a long time after this one to get some of the effects I got in here, but I didn't really know how to use pencils, so it's not very smooth. It's what it is. But I was really proud of the water, and I was really proud of his skin. He's pretty scary. So that's 5. Is that all I did in here then? Some zombie deer. Dolls. Oh, here's another one. This is Krampus. Now, this is one where a page was coming out. This is Krampus. Again, this one is almost all in pencil. He's got a little bit of alcohol marker right in here to base. But again, this was one that I just really wanted to enjoy it. I'm pretty sure even the background is pencil, it looks like, yeah. And it came out exactly the way I wanted it to. He's a pretty scary dude. I remember it took me forever. But I did him for Christmas last year, I believe. Yeah, it was last year I did him for Christmas. And then this space guy he's found himself a space creature. So another one, good one for space timber. There's an astronaut right there. Actually, that's not an astronaut. I think that's an old school diving suit. I think he's diving. But those look like stars. You could do either one. Either one. So I think I need to recount. I think I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have 5. Okay, so 5 in Night Terrors. I love that book. I think it's such a good book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfectamundo. All right, that one goes back. I can put it away. All right, let's do Frozen Nightmares. I think that's the next oldest one I have. I need to quit bumping that camera. This is Frozen Nightmares 2023. Now, I actually purchased this one more recently, I believe, because I didn't have it. I didn't think I wanted it. But then I looked at some, yeah, it's newer for me. I purchased, but it is an old book. And a lot of these, especially the older ones, you can find on Book Outlet. And, am I saying the right thing? Book Outlet. You know, the one that's still open. They are like $5 or $6. Some of them, actually, I think Frozen Nightmares might be really cheap right now on Amazon. I just looked. But look between the two because you can get them. You don't have to pay full price for these older ones. Definitely don't pay full price. Vengeful Forest. How late did I get it? Did I never write it in? It must be a really recent purchase if I didn't even write it in. Vengeful Forest. Darkest Desires. This is such a mess. I can't wait to get out of this and have a nice clean book. If I hadn't started twice, it wouldn't be such a mess. It looks like I never wrote it in. These are all Mythographics. There's Nightmare Cabaret, and it wasn't before this. So, nice. We're just now writing it in. Good catch. So, that is Mythogoria. Oh, I spelled that wrong. I never know if it's an O or an A right there. Mythogoria, Frozen Nightmares. And that's Fabiana. Atanasio. She has so many of these gory horror books that I think she must like it. She must like them. And we'll just have to count as we go. Now, I think I have at least one. But like I say, this is a new book. I may not have any. And I feel like I already flipped this because I called that the world's worst snowflake. Oh, yes, I did flip this. What did I flip this for? But again, this one isn't gory. This one's just scary. Ooh. Wait, this was a gift. Look, it's a gift. That's why I flipped it. This is by Anonymous. I love you, Anonymous. Yes, that's why it's brand new. I was going to say, now that I'm looking through this, I remember talking to you about these pages. I don't remember purchasing this book. It was a gift. Ooh, then we need to put this on the rotation because I'm doing one out of all of my gifts. I love this mermaid though. I really love her. Oh, I'm not going to choose one now and spend your time doing it, but oh, there's so many good ones. Space Timber. That's right. I remember saying that. Yeah, this is uncolored. This one is really fun, and it's better than I thought. Oh, that's a spider. It's better than I thought it would be. Yeah. Her. Oh, her eyes. I remember this. Remember? I went through this when I went through it was a Happy Meal video, and Anonymous had sent me quite a few gifts. And she's pulling her face off. Oh, cool. Cool. Yes. Oh, yeah. I love this book. And I am thinking once I start coloring in it that this might rise right up to the top as well. Look at it. Gosh, I wouldn't even know. So cool. I don't even know how to choose. I think I never got this book because I was thinking it was just going to be snowflakes and crystals. And knowing Fabiana and her love of crystals, I just thought, oh, there's going to be too many crystals. Ick! World's worst ice cream cone! Oh, yeah, you're locked away forever. I'm remembering this book now. Not a cocktail I would drink, although the mint is a nice touch. Okay, that one would be really cool to color. How about Christmas in July? I loved them. Oh, it's a pile of intestines. I thought maybe it was snow or poop. It's intestines. I always wondered about that. Yeah, this one, this is really, really cool. Look at those. Oh, yeah, the rabbit's eating the eyeballs. Yikes. Why? Oh. I think I'm going to have to save that one for Halloween, though, but it is really neat. Oh, that's right. I really liked that one. Gosh, how do you decide? Zombie polar bears with guts underneath the ice. See, this one's got a few more guts in it than Night Terrors does, but still not a lot. Oh, these dark-eyed children. Yikes. Oh, that one. Yep. Gosh, I wouldn't even know, like, you need a Xanax. Okay. Look at that deer. Oh. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Oh no, what happened to you? Why are you wearing an igloo for a hat? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, this snotty little girl with her wagon of woe, I think it would be a really fun one to do this Christmas. Okay, yeah, so there's none done in this because it's brand new. All right, brain has caught up with the world. I am loving this book, though, aren't you? Yeah, so that one has 0, but I'm going to have to put it on my list for upcoming because it's a gift. And, oops, I dropped the pen. Gift from Anonymous. Anonymous and I are like this now. All right, Darkest Desires. Darkest Desires, another Fabiana Attanasio. Are you seeing the pattern? She likes the spooky. So let's write this one in. I gotta shake this one. It's starting to... I didn't properly shake it when we started. Darkest Desires. This one is fun. Now, there is a Poison and Passion one coming out next year that is Jelly Carol, I think. Where's my note? My fancy notes. No. It's going to be Alessandra Fusi. So that'll be interesting. See if it's anything like Darkest Desires. So, Darkest Desires, a gothic romance coloring book. This is Fabiana Attanasio. I've had this one a long time too, same as Night Terrors. So we found it in that other book. Let's see what my, I'm baking some eggshells. My eggshells I save, and I wash them out and I save them and then when I get a few, I bake them because I have chickens. And then I crush them up and feed them back to the chickens for the calcium because they need lots of calcium to make their eggs. So it's like the ultimate recycling loop. Sometimes I also feed them scrambled eggs and chicken. Darkest desires. Those crazy birds will eat anything and they love meat. 4. It says I have 4, but don't tell them. I'm feeding them. It's not anyone they're related to. I purchased the chicken. So there's 4 in here. Okay. So Darkest Desires has a lot to do with love and romance that went terribly, terribly wrong. Oh, there's my eggshells. Hold on, I'll be right back. Good, got the eggshells. Also got a cookie, which are important. Look what I'm drinking. I have some sparkling water, a berry-flavored sparkling water with some strawberries from the farm next door. All of the ice is melted. But you know, when I'm done, I'm gonna eat those strawberries. I love strawberries. Okay, Heart-Stopping Valentine. That's what Darkest Desires is. So, well, that's certainly heart-stopping. Fabiana. I wouldn't you have him for my Valentine even if he was alive. Okay, this is one that's been on a list of mine for a while. It's sort of a version of a Wendigo kind of, but it's like this. I mean, I think he's in a cave or he's near some ruins, all these weird light sources. I just think he's cool. And he has fabulous hair, like Fabio hair. Guys, remember Fabio, the romance novel cover model? I like him. He's like the rake, but he's really big. I always thought this one was pretty cool, very surreal. Also beautiful. She's in a very large coffin. Terrifying. Okay, I've been watching this, reading this manga called Strawberry Girl. Again, strawberries. And there's a disease that's affecting humankind. It's a dystopian manga. And that makes them turn into plants that look just like this. Which makes me wonder if, well, no, because this book is older than that manga, but I think that's really cool, and I was going to color her like one of the main characters. Yikes. Don't see any redeeming value in that. This one's pretty. This one's really cool. Very gothic. There's a lot of gothicness to this book. And I think that's a particularly popular style for Fabiana. I don't know if you can hear it, but we're having loud booms outside, which sounds kind of like thunder. I hope it's thunder and not a transformer blowing up, because that means a fire. Jack went into the bathroom to hide. Scary Goat. This one's cool because it's like, this is like mist. You can have a lot of fun with special effects on this one. I've looked through this book a lot. This one is like this horribly scary rake demon thing that's sort of just made of gauze, is holding this woman. Like, does he love her? Does he want to eat her? I tried to get a buddy to do this one time, and they're like, no. I think it's cool. I think you could have a lot of fun with bright colors and stuff. I saw this one done by somebody, and it was really neat. Like, they're holding a bloody letter, and they've fallen down the stairs, but now they're in decomposition with bugs and fungi growing out of them. Okay, we have more guts in this one. Just warning you. Okay, I can look at these guts, and go, whoa, that's creepy. And then I look at that, where there's like no guts, no features or nothing, and think that scares me worst of all. Yeah, giant booms. Maybe it's heat lightning? Gosh, I hope it's not forked lightning because that'll start forest fires. This one is really cool. I've always wanted to do this one. This one's in the back of my head all the time because I would like to make the water glowing, and, you know, she's deep in some caverns bathing in water she probably shouldn't be bathing in. And yeah, I think it's beautiful though. And here we have, like, you know, beauty and gothic, and then, oh, creeper. Ha! Yikes. Beautiful. Just very stunning, sorrowful. I don't know how to color bloody hearts. I've had plenty of opportunities to, and they all look stupid. So somebody give me a tutorial on coloring a bloody heart. Meanest aggro rats ever. Okay, this is Fluffy. This is one of my very, very favorite Mythogoria colors. I love this page. I don't know what made me choose this color palette. I think I even started with the background. I loved that green, but I just knew I wanted to make the kitty pink and make it all like a precious, you know, pet that has since passed on. And I named her Fluffy. A lot of you liked this page too. This is all alcohol markers. That's all it is. And some glitter gel pen, and I think a little acrylic paint pen. And that's all. These shiny petals are Arteza acrylic, metallic acrylic. It's a giant box, but they come in little tubes. And although the color payout is really nice and stuff, because they come in tubes, I hardly ever use it. It's a pain in the butt. But they're all metallic. So it's metallic acrylic paint. It's a big box of little tubes by Arteza. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's Fluffy. One. So happy and so creepy. Again, just a hand holding a bunch of guts, or a face full of guts. But although this is gross, and most of you probably wouldn't want to color this, it's a great opportunity to learn to color using some of the colors in your box you don't normally use. You know, flesh, but pinky, putrefying, decomposition flesh. Yeah, that. And it is fun. I mean, it's another challenge. Neat. Okay, who was it that colored her? And I was like, dude, I think she has no legs. I think she's an amputee. And the person who colors like, oh my God, I just noticed that. No, she doesn't have any legs. Those are stumps. So she's walking on her hands. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. But it was such a cool, I wish, whoever you were that colored this, put it down in the comments, because people need to go see it. It's actually really beautiful page. I've only done one so far. That's a big ass spider. This is like, I always want to say Cratchit. Is it Cratchit? Yeah, Bob Cratchit, who died. Yeah. No, Jacob Marley. Which is the one that died? Jacob Marley. Marley died, right? So this is Marley with his chains. And because he's see-through, I just think he would be really fun to color, because then you can practice making things transparent. And the Gothic architecture. Really neat. I don't know what's scarier, the doll with no eyes or the little girl with no eyes. Really cool though. Just like, you know, the natural decay of a building. I think this one's fun. I don't get it. I want to say it's people dressed up as ghosts, but this one here makes me worried. So I don't know if I want to color this one or not. So, but anyways, it's fun. That's not so much fun. I love this one, like Dracula. Oh, but he's caught us looking at him, so he's looking at us, I think. I don't know, but I want to pretend he is, because I think that's scary. Peeking in through the window. This one with the heads for the clackers and the bells. Yeah, that. And there's another doll. This is the other one I did. I was never really proud of this one. I tried to make them like black-eyed children. Again, I wasn't sure how to use some of the mediums I was using, and so it's pretty tortured. But I do, in some things I really like. I like him looking so grayed out in black and white compared to everything else. I do like the background here. I like the paper, but just the way I did the floor didn't work out. The blood is really shiny, and I don't know what I used. Oh, I think it's Rosa watercolors. I have a red that's really, really vibrant. Yeah, it could have been better. Could have been better. That's 2. But it was, you know, again, I learned a lot doing this page, and I still like it. Really cool creature. Stained glass. I think this is neat. I don't yet know what this is, but I think it's neat. A bat. I did this one with a buddy, and this was not too long ago. And I made it, this one was kind of a disaster I rescued. And in the end, I kind of liked it. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. And in fact, I did some things way too dark and had to try to pull back on it, but I thought it was kind of nice. I really like the sentiment. Yeah, that's definitely Thunder. And she is just a lot of fun with her heart on a broken mirror. So that's 3, right? I got the wind. No, there's no Wendigo on this one. I got Fluffy. And then I have the other 2. This one and this one. So 3. I don't remember now how many that book said, but it's 3. So Darkest Desires has 3. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. All right, we only have a couple more of the Mythogorias. So we have my second to the most recent one, which is Nightmare Cabaret. I did a few in this one. I fell in love with this one. This one became my favorite for a while. It is, I have a flip through of this book where I laugh and because I'm so uncomfortable with how scary it is. And I laugh through the whole thing and make a lot of jokes, but it was a really scary book. It says I've done 2 in here. Maybe I have only done 2. Oh, good. Did all those pages. This one was put out last year, and it's Fausto Bianchi's first one. Now, Fausto Bianchi is the same illustrator that does Atlantis. And I told this joke before, Mythogoria. I know many of you can talk and write and color at the same time. I cannot. Mythogoria, Nightmare Cabaret. Which is why you've never seen a color along but from me. Nightmare Cabaret. Fausto. Yeah, Fausto Bianchi. So I saw a flip through that someone did of Atlantis. And they loved it so much. And they're like, oh, this artist, I've never seen him before. I'm going to have to look up, see more of his works. Well, here you go. The same person who liked Atlantis, I don't think would like this one. This one is very frightening. It's a circus. And Fausto Bianchi, if you have Atlantis, which I do, and really like it, and I'm doing a page next month in it, he's very masculine artist. It's very structured, very straight lines, very bold. There's a lot of black in it. And this book is absolutely grotesque and terrifying. It's not everybody's cup of tea. There's a lot of body parts being sewn onto other body parts. It's like the worst circus ever. There's a lot of torture, not of animals, but of humans. There's a lot of human torture in this. But because it's done in a cabaret style with kind of a sort of a Rob Zombie House of a Thousand Corpses style, I actually really like it. But it is terrifying. I love his artwork. His artwork is very easy to color. You don't have all the flourishes and floofs of like Joseph and Fabiana. This is very straightforward, but he plays with perspective. Like in this, we're close to this head and he's further away, but his hands are coming at you. He really is really good with perspective and with things being closer and far away. And you'll see that in Atlantis as well. Oh my gosh, looking through this, I want to color in it. I think it's great. I love the style of artwork, and oh my God. And it makes me want to color it, even though I think, you guys hear that? Maybe it's gonna rain. Ah, it's huge thunder. Yeah, I think this is, I mean, creepy people, uncomfortably close. Yeah, he deals, his style of freakiness is not just the gory, it's also the coming at you, coming out of the page at you. And I think that's really cool. I absolutely love his artwork. I love Atlantis. I love this. It's just, I love it that she feels like she's won because she cut this one off, but she doesn't see this one coming for her. Yeah, it's yikes. Very creepy, very scary. But I do have a flip through of this in case you're interested, where I go nice and slow. And you can, I know not many of you have this one, but if you like the Mythogorias, I think this one, because it's so different from all the others. The others have some similarities because they're kind of, you know, it's a lot of Fabiana. We have, you know, Fausto come in and boom, shake it up completely with these straight lines. Oh, that was lightning. I'm probably going to lose power. If I lose power, we'll finish this another day. This is one I did, and I call him, holy crap, you hear that? That is a huge thunder. That was not in the weather forecast tonight. A thunderstorm was not in the weather forecast, and we have a fire not very far away, and that is not going to help unless hopefully it busts open some rain. That would be fantastic. Look at that though. That is Kenny Rogers. Yes. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, met up with this horrible cannibal corpse thing. Yeah, it's really, that's how I made him. I gave him blue eyes. I just couldn't get Kenny Rogers out of my head when I saw that. I hope you're hearing these booms because it's perfect background for this book, right? I'm flipping through the scariest book I own, and there's these ominous, huge rolls of thunder. And there's a lot of shimmery stuff in here too, but it is all alcohol markers. I actually started doing this and whoa. I'm gonna have to listen back to this and see if you can hear it if you just think I'm freaking out because of the book. I started him in pencil, and I think I got like 2/3 way through, and I was like, this is for the birds, and I switched to alcohol markers. But I had a lot of fun with him. So that's one. I don't know what's up with the rib cages on the heads. You see that in a few books. I guess they're just built to be on your head. I don't know. I think this one is really cool. See, I like it too that there's a lot of black in here. So they're pretty easy pages to color. You know, there's some blacked out stuff, so there that takes away some of the details for you. This horse is freaky. I just realized he had eyes. I wasn't thinking he had eyes before, but now that he's looking at me, I can't unsee that. He's looking right at me. This one freaks me out because, like, I don't know, that look on her face. And this is the first one I did in this book here, with Creeper over the back. I really enjoyed this. This was all alcohol markers, nothing else. I started with her hair because that wig, because I was thinking I was going with a different plan. But then as I went on, my plan changed. So the hair actually clashes. The yellows and tans of the hair clash with the yellows and stuff I used for everything else. But I kind of like that when it was all done because it's discordant and kind of bothers with your eyes, which is exactly but I kind of wanted this page to be scary. And it's sort of like, I don't know, it takes me a minute to see her. When I do see her, she scares me. Because I'm looking at all this like, what is all this? My eye can't make this out. Oh my God, who? That's kind of how it goes when I look at this page. I really enjoyed this. And I love that it was all alcohol markers, which is my favorite medium. That's all I've done in here. Yeah, that's a clown you don't want to meet. Isn't it fun? I think it's a fun book. I really do. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. So I've done 2 in this one, but that's going to have to change because I enjoy his artwork so much. All right, we have one more. And not only is this my most colored in Mythogoria, it's my most colored in book. And it's my favorite book of 2024. So this is Vengeful Forest, Mythogoria, by Shelley Carroll. Now this is a brand, wow, the thunder. This is a brand new artist to the Mythogoria series, and she's phenomenal. She has a Mythographic coming out this year, Magical Apothecary, and that is on my list and will be added in. And she has another Mythogoria coming out. So she's pretty prolific, and her artwork is beautiful. So I have Vengeful Forest written down in here. I know I do because I saw it. In fact, I think it was in the back. Mythogoria Vengeful Forest. New year. Oh, I got this in January. Now here it says I have 4, but I think I've done more than that. I think I kind of lost track. It seems like every time I have a buddy, for a Mythogoria buddy, they want to do this book. So I've been doing, in fact, I have 2 buddies in there this month. And more next month. It's just a really popular book amongst the horror colorists. Mythogoria Vengeful Forest. It's, for me, the Mythogorias, the subject matter doesn't matter. It's the artistry. And if they're colorable or not. And Shelley Carroll is one of the most colorable Mythogoria artists there are. Shelley Carroll, okay. It's a, it's raining. It's pouring. The old man is snoring. Can you hear that? Oh, sweet heaven. We needed this so bad. We have a bad fire not very far away. And my water, my grass needs this, my gardens need it. I actually have a sprinkler going on right now. But we'll see how long this rain goes before I go out and turn it off. Oh, the whole property's gonna love this. Yay! And you heard it here. You helped me bring in the rain. I love it when it rains. Now there's a really cool breeze flowing through. And the sound of the rain. The thunder's going further away now. It was right over the cabin. I live like at the base of the hills, the mountains, as you start heading elevation. So I have a little bit different weather than everyone else of my friends who live further down in the valley. I hope you can hear it. It's beautiful. Okay. We'll end with Mythogoria, with this Mythogoria, and we'll do the rest of the spooky in a separate one because I'm going to go listen to the rain. So let's look at Vengeful Forest. Now this is the most recent one. This is 2024. It's just so well done. Some folks don't like the dead animals, and there are dead animals. The thing is, though, is this is a forest, and it's not like the animals are tortured. It's more like they've died by natural or causes by these weird mystical beasts. But it's sort of like Like some, I don't like the ones where like they have arrows sticking out of them. And I think there is one in here with arrows sticking out of them. But this is like mice that have died on thorns and now they're going to be eaten by the birds. And they are getting eaten by the birds. There's a lot of circle of life stuff in here. There's some decomposition animals, which we see all the time in the forest. This is a really good picture. I love these creepy fairies. Like, why is he flying like that? And what are these eyeballs? It's just really scary. And I've saved it because I don't quite have an idea for this page yet, and I really like it. Eyeballs in flowers, popular theme. I love this one. I'm not sure what's happening with her body, but she's in water again with these trees, these swamp trees, and she's got fish and skulls. It's just, I think the pictures are complicated enough without being too complicated, and they're beautiful. I mean, they're gross. This is probably equal to, this is grosser than Fabiana's most recent one, which is the Gothic romance one, and not quite as gruesome, I think, as Nightmare Cabaret. So this is probably the second most gruesome one, but it can get pretty gruesome and scary. Like, that's scary. Here's one I did. This was a buddy. There's a lot of shimmery, shiny gold on this. This is a deranged boar. See, she takes a lot of wildlife stuff and then just makes it bonkers. And this one has a severed hand on his tusk. I really liked doing this one. All alcohol markers and some of that Kuretake Gonzai Starry Colors watercolor gold. That's one. Bunch of arms hanging in a tree. Weird decaying rabbits with things living in the middle of them. So there's some of that in this. There's a lot of decaying stuff in the forest. This is like a mandrake. Neat. This one is creepy. I think this might be the creepiest one in the whole book for me. They're just staring. And then there's these hands coming out of the trees. I like to think that they were there chopping down trees, but now they've been mesmerized and the forest is getting back at them. They're all slack-jawed and just staring. It's very creepy. I like these snails with, I thought about doing this one recently, snails with skulls. Here's the second one. Now this is I think this might have been the first one I did in this book. Yeah, this was the demon babies with the murder squirrels. This is all alcohol markers and a little bit of polychromos to shade the babies. But I really enjoyed this as well. I made this a real limited palette because it was so busy with the tree. But I did want to give the effects of like dappled light coming in. I really enjoyed that. That's two. Again, another, I think this is a female, and I think of her as a female, and I really think she's cool. I want to do her soon. I have yet to sit down and really understand this page. I think it's bats that are also part flower. Flower bats. Here's one I did just recently. The middle finger. I think this was in my June finished pages. And you can't, that's where I said that, look at it now because I'm going to ruin it for you. Doesn't that look like a middle finger? Now you can't unsee it. This was a tortured page that had a lot of things on it to get where I wanted it to be. And there's a lot of paint on there. There's gouache on there mostly, and alcohol markers. Yeah, but I like the finished look is good. I think 3. That's 3. This is like a spaceship has crashed. I think. I haven't been able to really figure this one out either, but I think it is. It looks like alien plant life, and I think that's something has crashed. Terrifying. But look, blackberries. I love blackberries. They're almost ripe. So close. This Spidey. It's frightening. And there's a fairy caught in the web. She's actually, I love this page. There's this, you know, three-headed monster and she's hugging him. Like it's her friend in the woods or she's lost in the woods. And she's got, you know, a teddy bear missing an eye. I just think that's a sweet picture. All kinds of grossness. Again, animal decaying in the woods. So some people were like, oh, I don't like all the dead animals in this one, but they're mostly like decaying animals, you know, forest animals. That's, I think, what Shelley Carroll was going for. This one I did recently. Another buddy. This was May, I think. I did this a month or two ago. In case I didn't say it, we're in July right now, July 2024. Pretty much alcohol markers with a little bit of Posca for the reds, but everything else is alcohol markers, the bees, alcohol markers, everything. I just love using alcohol markers in this book. The paper is just really great with it. I think that scary version of the Green Man is really a neat page. See, again, dead and decaying animals. Although this animal has 3 eyes and very strange tail and legs, so who knows what kind of animal it is. A tree that has skeletons in it. I know someone who did this. It's gorgeous. It was a lot of work for them, but it turned out so cool. Pitcher plants with teeth. See, a lot of scary plants, which is kind of fun to do. I have a whip that I'm going to skip past because I did a lot of alteration to the page, and as soon as I finish it, I'll show it on Instagram. So this is one I just finished, so it's probably not in the count. 5. This is a buddy I just did with the fiction kitten. This is all alcohol markers. Yeah, all of it. There isn't anything else in here. I was going to do pencil on top, but then decided it didn't need it. Again, no eyes. Scary. Neat book, huh? It's, again, I would think my second most gory, second to Nightmare Cabaret. But it's got a lot of natural life in it. Now here is one, I had to look at this for a long time. I think it's a statement piece though. I mean, these deer, it's a 2-headed deer, buck, but it's crying and has arrows in it, but there's also fire, and like the deer is made of limbs of the trees. So I just think it's a statement, and all the trees are on fire. Yeah, I think it's a real statement about destruction of wildlife and the habitats. So I don't see this as a tortured animal one. I see this as a statement piece. It makes me really sad since I lived through a forest fire that I lost all my possessions just a couple years ago, and so I don't know when I would be ready to color this one. It's still real recent for me. There's a Wendigo, and I love that he's busting through the dream catcher. He's like, and to get the, he's like, yeah, no dream catcher is going to save you from me. This is one I've been wanting to do. Dolls, creepy dolls, hanging in a tree. I love this Baba Yaga one. She looks so intense. And that house is going to take off any second. I think it's cool. I'm actually surprised I haven't seen this one done more, because this is a really cool page. And I know people like Baba Yaga. Here's another swamp one, another tree, but this one's got women in it, and it's dripping. I thought this one was beautiful too. I love the swampy stuff. Look at that. The snakes. More carnivorous plants with scorpions. So a lot of plant life here, which I've been doing so many buddies in here that there's another zombie unicorn. Those are popular in these books. Is that I may get away in August of all the plant life. I've been doing a lot of plant life in here. So I think I counted 5, didn't you? 1. And then the demon babies 2. And then 3. And then the bees 4. Oh, I think I have more than 5. And then I have my whip that we're gonna go past. 6, this one. Did I count that right? I'm sorry. I'm going to count this one more time. Okay. I think I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, didn't I? Yes, I think I did. Because counting to 5 is hard. So there are 5. I don't know why that was so hard. It is getting late, and I didn't have dinner. That's my excuse. And I haven't colored enough yet tonight, so I need to do some eating and some coloring. So we did Mythogoria, okay, and then we're going to do the rest of the spooky, which are a lot of Coco Wyo type books. But we're done with the fancy schmancy books that are spooky, and we did our mythographics. So thank you so much for going along that ride with me. And thank you for listening to the thunderstorm. I hope you were able to hear it. I'll be listening to this again as I edit it before I upload it. And hopefully you can hear the thunder and the rain. The rain has stopped. It was just a really brief mountain thunderstorm that ran over me, but it's heading towards where the fire is. So, and that was probably heat lightning and heat thunder rolling. So I'm hoping that that rain will help put out that fire. All right. Enjoy your evening, and I love you, and I will see you in the next one.